Okay, so you're a creator or a gamer or a photographer, videographer, and you're looking for a 4K monitor that's relatively cheap. It's not going to break the bank. Well, I found you the ultimate 4K monitor for under $300. I kid you not. So before we get started, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell as we cover your favorite tech and video games. It's the Granted Geek Show. Today we'll be taking a look at the display that I've personally chosen for my workflow, and we'll look at why it suits so many different workflows so well. Today we're looking at the LG 32UK 50T LED display. And of course I hooked you up with links to the best prices available down in the description below. Okay, so I discovered this monitor while I myself was looking for a monitor upgrade. I had always had either between a 20 and 24 inch monitor. I was looking for something 4K. I had never even had a 2K monitor. I basically went from 1080p to 4K as I now record fully in 4K, 2.5K RAW, and I wanted to be able to actually see the full resolution, the final product that I was producing. And I've seen a ton of monitors kind of flooding the market at different price ranges from different brands, and I really wanted something solid, something that I would be able to use for 5 years or more that was going to hold up well. And the crazy thing about this is it's not even a brand new monitor, but it's from a reputable brand. It comes in at a great price and a great size with some pretty decent features. If you are a videographer, photographer, even a gamer, it's got some decent settings and features for that. Starting off with screen size first, I wanted something relatively large. This is because I primarily create video content for YouTube, and that's a platform that's been expanding just all around the world and with multiple devices. So my content could be viewed on anything from a small iPhone or iPod Touch device to something as big as a 65-70 inch OLED flat screen. And so I wanted to be able to scale up content and really see how it would look on a bigger scale and kind of pixel peep, but I also didn't want something that was so large that I wouldn't be able to fit a second monitor on my desk, or that it would just be so expensive that it would break the bank. So I ended up going with a 32 inch. Second, I was thinking of resolution, and I wanted to do something 4K or higher, as all my cameras now shoot in 2.5K or 4K or higher at this point. So especially when scaling up, I wanted to be able to get the full resolution and see and edit in full resolution. And yes, while not every household in America has an Ultra HD or 4K display, it is quickly becoming the bare minimum in technology now. Most modern smartphones have a high resolution Ultra HD or 4K display, and the price of 4K displays and TVs it's coming down steadily. So if I'm looking for something for the next 5 to 7 years, I doubt 10, but maybe 5 to 7 years, it may be hard to even find a 1080p display in the next 5 to 10 years. So with that in mind, I wanted to get something 4K as it would be more forward thinking. Now, thirdly, and probably the most important thing, is color accuracy. This is how well your display can reproduce the colors that the creators of the content intended you to see. Now, this display that I nagged gets 95% of the DCI P3 color space, which is excellent, and it's kind of the standard when working with professional monitors. Anything less than that, you kind of get into prosumer and amateur level. So 95% is amazing, especially for under $300, especially for 32 inches, especially for 4K. A couple other quick tech specs. It has a 60 hertz refresh rate, which is great, although my personal favorite sweet spot is around 75 hertz. And this also has AMD's FreeSync technology, which basically is your computer talking to the display and making sure they're on the same page as far as refresh rates at any given time. It's also an LG branded display, so when you're talking about reliability through the years, you can't get much better than, in my opinion, Samsung and LG. And it is a beast of a monitor. It served me incredibly well. I've been using it for about a couple weeks now. I've had no issues with it. It's a steal. It's a bargain. It's got plenty of tech. It's got plenty of size, plenty of resolution. It's forward-thinking, great brand. I could not recommend this display anymore. And this came out in about May of 2019. So it's a couple of years old, but it doesn't look it at all. The bezels are still thin enough, not super thin, but I was coming from 1080p monitors, which didn't care about bezels. And so it's not really noticeable. It's got HDMI, DisplayPort, and a headphone jack as far as I/O, if that's important to you. It's also VESA mountable, so you can put it on a monitor arm. I currently have it on its basic stand, and that has served me me pretty well. It's not the best looking stand, but it does its job. So with that being said, if you are looking for a 4K display for $300 or less, especially at a 32-inch size in 2021, look no further than the LG 32UK 50T display. That being said, be sure to keep it locked here with a subscribe and a bell click. Also like the video if you're liking the video. It's the Granted Geek Show.